This oral presentation speaks to alcohol-drug interaction, and how to start a pub. It also speaks to various types of liquor, liqueurs, and beers. This presentation speaks to alcohol, and let me begin by saying I like alcohol and have liked it for many years. I am convinced alcohol in all its many forms improves artistic ability and most certainly a person's wit. At least it does in the mind of he who imbibes. I distinctly remember a period when I was teaching myself to play guitar, and after learning how to put together 3 major chords and 3 minor chords, fancied myself quite the songwriter. Well, at that time I quit drinking for a brief period of time, and actually heard myself whilst stone cold sober. It was either quit the guitar or start drinking. I rationalized that the world be somewhat less a place without my music, so I started drinking again. I thought it was quite noble of me not to deprive mankind of my music. Early in life, I realized I was far more comfortable in a crowded room after a few drinks. Alcohol lowered my inhibitions, just enough to allow this. I believe this, for the most part, answers to people why drink alcohol. Let me be clear. I was never a drunk and could always handle alcohol. I was somehow protected by the greater power, by being truly sick the next day after over-imbibing. Therefore, I never went on 2 or 3 day binge drinking episodes. A warning: if you aren't sick the next day, there is an increased probability that you are susceptible to alcoholism. Alcohol allows us to clear our mind. In the infamous words of Homer Simpson, "Marge, remember when I learned how to make wine? I forgot how to drive the car." Homer was and is indeed a philosopher. It is also true that for many of us average and below average looking people of both sexes would have a much reduced or non-existent sex life without alcohol. As Red Green, a Canadian actor, once stated, "If at the end of an evening women don't find you handsome, they should find you handy." Sound reasoning for the use of alcohol. There is ample evidence of alcohol bringing out the asshole in some people. Fortunately, these people are in the minority. I'm convinced that people should be required to pass a drinking test in front of a group of their peers to obtain a drinking license. It would be a simple test. 3 drinks and observe the individual for a short period of time. If the stupid switch clicks to on, the dink, male or female, is not allowed to drink. A catchphrase for the alcohol should be, "Dink, no drink." Perhaps it should be required slogan on each and every bottle of alcohol. Think of the reduction in police costs if this license became a reality. This should be considered a negative answer to why do people drink alcohol. There are many good reasons why alcohol should be banned, but we all know that will not happen, as most of our lawmakers drink, probably more than the average citizen. After all, they get it for free from people trying to influence them. Another part of this presentation is a description of how to start a pub or a bar and suggestions for operating the pub or bar. Pub has more of a European meaning. The drugs and alcohol section speaks to the interaction of many varied drugs and alcohol. There are over 1,500 drugs listed, with suggestions given as to the wisdom of using them while drinking. Thank you.